Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Marie Major. So I want to get started on this video about, well, pretty much what this video is about. It's about the eclipse. So we just had an eclipse about 2 weeks ago. It's September. There's two big eclipses this month, but we're just about a couple days away from the bigger eclipse, which is September 21st. And yes, and it's also a new moon. So there's a lot of energy. This is an eclipse that is in Virgo, and it is a lot's coming up. If you're feeling like uncertainty, energy you're not sure of, you don't know where you're going in life, your journey, it's just a lot of that kind of energy, like that question mark is coming up. And I want to first start talking about, because you hear a lot of things. Yes, eclipses symbolize endings, new beginnings, kind of a completion point. But a lot of people look at it from such a negative point of view. And I really want to begin to allow people to step into a place where they can really start seeing it in a different way. Yes, our body might be catching up to our mind when we're thinking like this, but keep in mind, the more you ease into trusting that this is meant to be, that the eclipse is here for you, that it's working with you, it's not just all about the shadow territory, it's not about all the underneath stuff, which is not a bad stuff. It is about healing. It is about energy that needs to be healed. This is why you're seeing a lot of stuff also come up about religions, about stuff that's happening in the world. People really hide behind certain things. And mainly to me, a lot of people hide behind religions. They do not want to actually do the inner work. They don't want to do the healing work. They're so focused on something that has been programmed to us in not an authentic way. And the most authentic thing you can do, how you connect with God, creator, source, universe, the angels, Yeshua, any goddesses, gods, how you connect with them is you go inward. And I always say this, and I'm just going to be, again, that person in your ear, inward, inward, inward. And this is the thing, a lot of people actually act like they're doing stuff, they're being religious, they're following the act of God, creation, they are spiritual, they're aligned, but then they're not going in and doing the healing work. They're kind of hiding behind it. It's like they're covering up instead of actually shining that light and looking there. And that's what eclipses do. They kind of force us to really do that work, or stuff will get louder. Things will not work out for you. You will not be able to manifest. You will feel a stuck energy if you don't do the guidance, if you don't trust in the eclipse, if you don't have faith in the eclipse. It's also pointing to the South Node, which the other eclipse was the North Node. And that means like North, think about future dreams, desires, manifestations. The South is past lives, Akashic records, energy. If you have someone who does Akashic records or who can do readings, this is a good time to do that. Even getting, maybe if you've never done your birth chart, astrology, if you need some guidance, this is a good time to step in and ask and see what's coming up and see if there's any past lives that need to be healed. Which, remember, time is an illusion, and the fact that we can be in the present moment and go back to something, technically go back, but it's actually all happening now, we can heal that timeline. We can jump to that timeline, we can heal it, we can give love, and then we are now back into our so-called reality, but there's so many different realities going on, but that's a whole nother story. But this is where you can begin to heal that. There's so many people that don't even realize that they're holding stuff on, from lineage, ancestral healing that needs to be done, past lives. This eclipse is very a karmic time. So keep in mind, if you're with someone or people around you, their karmic energy, even if you feel like you've done the work, it's gonna come up. It's gonna be a part of your life too. But this is the good thing. The eclipse is this period where this month has been where angels have been coming in. They're always around, but they're kind of, you always have free will, but they're kind of more louder, because they're usually a gentle energy and they're there for us, support and guide us. But this is things where you might be seeing like, oh wow, like an accident might have happened, or it could have happened, or something, or a lot of health things are coming up. People, I've been speaking to a lot of health. Last night I had like so much pressure in my head, like the biggest migraine, and I'm like, I know it's the eclipse, but I know what I need to do, because I was watching a lot of videos about eclipse and energy and what work I need to be doing, what I should be doing, and I'm like, you know what? I need to just relax. I need to trust. This is what the eclipse wants from us. It wants us to trust its process. It wants us to trust our journey. This is divine timing. Everything, divine timing. Like if you can think of another word about eclipse, it's divine timing. It is allowing yourself to step into the divine and trust whatever that's coming your way in the universe. Yes, things might be ending, but also it might not be ending. It might just be old patterns are ending, which are for the better. So a lot of people I speak to, they get scared. They're like, oh, am I gonna break up? Am I gonna get a divorce? Am I gonna lose my job? This and that. But I tell them, you know, a lot of times people read into it wrong. It's an energy of old patterns, an old way of doing, being. It's coming to a completion. So this is where, let's say you're having maybe problems with your partner right now. This is a time where you can be, okay, you can sit there, and if you feel like you do want a future with this person, then trust in that soul's journey. Trust in that divine timing, trust in that energy, but then begin to create a dialogue. Okay, this eclipse is helping us to heal old patterns that don't serve us anymore, that aren't for our highest good, that won't help us get to our highest timeline. So remembering that and anchoring into that. If it's maybe a job that you're like, okay, I don't really want to be here anymore, but I still need that money, I need that security, I need that income flowing in, I need that energy. Well, it might just be asking you, okay, your job might be there, but your mind, your heart might be coming to completion with it, making peace with that. It's about to end, but trust in the new beginnings that are going to be coming. So something like, okay, I have this dream of doing this, being a writer, being an actor, being a singer, creating an app, doing stuff like that. And then you're working on it. You are working on that, but you still have your, let's say your other, job going on, your routine. But the more you make peace with that and understand that and start putting your energy like, I know I can have abundance coming in, flowing in from this, from what I want, from my dreams. So that's kind of how you can really look at the eclipse. It's also a new moon. So in the new moon, so Virgo is very earthy. It's very grounded. It's an energy of knowing. I feel like Virgo is very like, I almost want to say just like, almost like a good like foundation. Like that is Virgo for you. So with the new moon, keep in mind, new moon is a great time to plant those seeds. Trust, what do I want? to see myself in 2026. But keep in mind, time is an illusion. Like, the calendar is an illusion. You can start today, right now, tomorrow. But there's also a period where you're planting seeds and you're trusting in that growth. And that is really what a lot of this life is about. It's trusting in those seeds growing. It's patience. It's the energy of faith and trust. It's kind of, I don't ever really like saying the universe is testing us, but it is. Like, I was speaking to my astrologer the other day and she was like, we're always being tested. And I'm just like, okay. I like to think it's building us, but I do agree it is. We are getting lessons. Let's put it that way. I think with me, I have like resistance towards test, which I think a lot of people can relate. So just keep that in mind. Plant those seeds, trust the growth, but you can start stepping into it now. Who do you want to become? Who do you want to be? How do you want to carry yourself? I have to keep reminding myself of my posture. How do I want to carry my energy throughout my day? That is a good way to start your day. How do I want to carry my energy throughout this day? So allowing that, because this is the thing, guys. Believing is seeing. So you might not see your dreams right now, but if you believe in them, they're all around you. And then that's how the universe brings it into this earthly realm. But in the non-physical energy, in the cosmos, in the universe, it is there. But you have to match the frequency of it. You have to become that. You have to match that energy. If you want to be abundant, if you want to be loved, you have to walk loving yourself. You have to love everything. You have to feel love. If you want abundance, you have to feel like everything's possible. Abundance, it's there. The energy is there. It does not matter what it says in your bank account, what's happening, this and that. So pretty much, I also want to end on kind of just world stuff, which I meditate and I channel, and my guides just come through and they keep, which I very much don't really want to be using my voice for the earthly realms, because I'm a big teacher in law of attraction in the universe, and people can't understand that unless they decide to go on that soul journey. And a lot of people sometimes don't want to do that in this lifetime, and I understand. And there's a lot of things about death and that, because I don't believe in that. It is an energy of being eternal, of many lives, of the soul going on many lives. But my goal is to teach people to create the dreams they want this lifetime, to enhance, to grow, to expand in this lifetime. So if you're called to that, please subscribe to my channel, comment down below where you're from. I really want to start a community. But yeah, on a side note about the whole world and what is happening, there's a new earth shifting, and there's an energy of the old earth. A lot of what's happening in the world, a lot of people are vibrating to the energy of old earth. But I also want to say, because it very much upsets me a lot what is happening on the other side of the world. I'm in North America, and I see a lot of things come up. And North America, I'm asking you to start doing your research. Start looking in what's happening in other corners of the world. Start sending love and energy there. I think people in these countries in North America get focused on so much what's happening here. And we're not going back to where we are all from. We're all from that other parts of the world. We're from that other side of the world. And a lot of people are in their ego right now, and a lot of people are being divided, especially on social media. And I'm asking people to take a step back, understand that some people are so vibrating from a place of lack and fear, and they don't understand even half of what they're saying. They're so pinched off from source energy, and they're hiding behind certain beliefs and certain things that have twisted humanity. And I'm asking people to turn inward. I'm asking people, if you really believe in the universe, if you really believe in God, then you should believe that we all should be loving one another. And this goes for loving everybody of every culture and every parts of the world. And I want people to start realizing and doing their research on their own and looking for things and seeing what is happening to certain people, to certain cultures, to certain humanity, to certain races. This is where you grow. This is where you begin doing a service to humanity. You begin adding in to where the new earth is shifting. So I really want people to land in a place of love, of respect, of oneness, and to really see what is actually happening, and not to allow such a divide to happen. But also my guides say there is, because there's always going to be contrasting components in the mix. And this is why there's a new earth shifting and a frequency of the old earth. And there's a lot of things at play, but the more you focus on the negativity of what is happening, which is hard because it's sad. There's a lot of horrible things happening on planet Earth. I look at my phone and I am so sad. And I sometimes, like literally last week, I was so angry with people, with humans, just the lack of knowledge of what is happening on other parts of the world, what is happening in Palestine, what is happening in Africa for centuries. And people are so focused on things that, yes, are difficult for some people, but they're not seeing the big picture. They're not seeing what people are going through. They're not giving the respect and love to another person who's from another culture or from another country. So this is where we have to go back, and all of North America has to realize that you are not from here. This is not your land unless you're First Nations. And this land, you come from other places of the world. And it's also understanding past lives. Like you were a different person, a different culture, a different place in the world in other lives. So this is where people need to begin to understand this. They need to do the soul work if they want to heal and align in their journey. And it's a hard subject because I don't want to go in too much where we're holding on to a frequency where we can't help heal. I believe a thought. I believe a vibration. I believe in energy. I believe that everything is connected. So me sitting here in meditation can send out positive energy to other corners of the world. But the more people are focused on hate, lack, fear, judgment, that's just the old world. That is you're frequently vibrating to that vibration. And that won't help. That won't heal. That won't help do this. But also information's important too. Look up information. Go on your social media. Start following people from other countries. Start going on YouTube and listening to people from other places around the world. This is how you grow. This is how you expand. This is how you become in tune. This is how you connect with your soul and the universe. Okay, that video was longer than I wanted it to be. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Sending so much love, so much compassion, so much positive energy to everyone. Everybody is worthy. Everybody deserves to have love, have the life they want. This is what every soul, I want to remind everyone, everybody's soul just wants to feel loved. They want love. It's just things in programming, as time goes on, as years go on, things become more and more just, tampered, twisted, and this and that. But happy eclipse season. Trust in eclipse. Trust in this new moon. Trust what's coming. Have faith, have love, and just try your best to stay in a place of trust. Thank you.